welcome to STEAM Time. My name is Dayna. I'm the Buena Vista Branch Manager with Monterey County Free Libraries. For today's STEAM Time, have you ever wanted to be a sleuth or a spy and decode secret messages? If so, then this STEAM Time's for you. We're going to be experimenting with invisible ink using lemon. So stay tuned and I'll show you what you need and how we get started. So let's talk about what supplies we are going to need in order to do our invisible ink experiment. This experiment is very easy, minimal supplies needed. So let's walk through what we'll need. You're going to need a lemon, of course. I have mine on a plate because I'm going to be cutting it in just a second. Some type of container, cup, paper cup, anything to squeeze your lemon juice into. I'm going to be using a lemon squeezer. You can just use your hands. And then you're going to want Q-tips. These are going to be what we write our message with. A pen, if you want to write a decoy message like a grocery list or something kind of inconspicuous, and then you can write your secret message over the top of it. I'll show you that in just a little bit. And then for the sake of experimenting, I'm going to be using two different kinds of paper. I have a thicker cardstock and then just regular white printer paper. I want to be able to compare the two and see if I notice any differences between how the ink appears. Use whatever paper you have on hand. It could even be binder paper. So that's all we need to get started with our invisible ink. So stay tuned and I'll walk you through the science behind how it works. Now that we took a look at what supplies we needed to make our invisible ink, let's talk a little bit about the science behind how it works. So the star of the experiment is the lemon and the lemon juice. So we write our message using lemon juice, and the juice itself is a carbon-based compound. And when we use our Q-tip and dip it in the lemon juice and write on our paper, whatever paper you choose, that juice is then absorbed into the fibers of the paper. And it kind of breaks down those fibers because it's acidic. And the magic happens when we add heat. So when we heat the lemon juice ink up, we let that dry. When we begin to heat it up, the heat causes some of those chemical bonds to break down, and some of the carbon is released and becomes loose. And so when that carbon mixes with air, it oxidizes and it turns a different color. So think about when you leave a banana, a sliced apple, or an avocado out. What happens to the fruit inside over time? It starts to turn brown. It oxidizes. So that's exactly what's happening with this experiment. When those carbon compounds break down and are released and mix with the air, it oxidizes. And so the heat then is going to turn our ink brown. If we can heat it up enough, we should get brown ink, which will then reveal our secret message. So next, we're actually going to walk through how to write our secret message, heat it up, and hopefully we will get a big reveal that looks like something like this. So mine just says MCFL, libraries rock. That was my decoy message. And then with lemon juice, I wrote hello. So I was able to heat it up enough to get my secret message to appear. So let's walk through how to do it, and hopefully we can get our message to reappear again. So now that we talked a little bit about the science behind how invisible ink works, let me walk you through how to do it. So it starts with our lemon. Now, I'm going to cut my lemon with a knife. For this experiment, please have an adult work with you on this part. Have them cut the lemon for you, or have it pre-cut. Okay, I'm gonna set this aside. Now I'm just gonna take my lemon. You can squeeze it with your hands. I'm gonna use my lemon squeezer, and you're just gonna squeeze a little bit into your cup. You don't need much for this part. So I'm just gonna squeeze. Okay, and that's actually plenty. I'm going to put that aside. Now, you can pick whatever paper you have. I have cardstock and plain paper. I'm going to write a decoy message so nobody knows that this has a secret message hidden on top. I'm just gonna write grocery list. On the top of each, we'll put milk, bread, butter. No one will suspect anything. Milk, bread, butter. So just a plain old grocery list. Now, here's where the fun magic happens. You are going to take a Q-tip. You want to soak it in the lemon juice. I've seen some of these experiments done where they dilute it with water. I tried that. The message didn't appear the way that I wanted it to. So go ahead and use pure lemon juice. Get it nice and saturated. And then you're just gonna write your message on top. So I'm just gonna write MCFL with my Q-tip. And it's going to be very faint. That's what you want, so I'll do it on both since I'm going to be comparing. Okay, so now I wrote MCFL on both. You can see the shiny, it's wet on both. So that's all it takes is lemon juice on top of your paper. So the key to this, you're going to let it dry completely. You want the lemon juice ink to completely dry before we expose it to a heat source. Now, for a heat source, you can use a variety of things. You can use a hairdryer, put it on the warm hot setting, and all you will do when your lemon juice ink is completely dry, heat it from the back. You would blow your blow dryer on the back. It might take a little while, but you should start to see the ink turn a light brown color and your message will appear. That is the safest and easiest way. If you are older or you have an adult with you helping you with this experiment, you can use a 100-watt incandescent light bulb. That's what I used. I did both ways. I used the hairdryer and the light bulb. Both take a bit of time, but for the light bulb, they are hot, so definitely have an adult with you helping you with that part. It's fun to do the writing on top and then have your adult help you bring the secret message to life through the heat source. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you how it works with the light bulb method. So let's get started on that. I apologize, the lighting is going to be a bit off for this part, but now that we have drawn a message with our lemon invisible ink, I want to show you one of the ways you can heat the ink to bring it to life and make it turn color and oxidize, since that's what is happening is oxidation. So the light bulb method. All you're going to want to do, please have an adult help you with this. Your lemon juice is dry. You're going to want to hold it to the light source like this. And you can see my papers right here. Here's my light bulb. I'm just holding it up from the back. You'll notice my writing is facing, you'll see the writing is right here. I'm going to heat it from the back. Another option is to heat it, hold it over the top as well. So either way, it's going to take a little bit of time with this method. Use a hairdryer, that also works as well. So what you should end up with after a little bit of time is this. Your secret message should appear. So mine says MCFL, Libraries Rock is my decoy message. And then my secret super sleuth message is hello, written in lemon juice. So that is how the lemon juice invisible ink experiment works. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me for STEAM time, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Take care, everyone. Happy experimenting. Bye-bye.